Hello and welcome to Animal World Live Halloween Special. My name is Kaya Clow.
Animal Live, the Halloween special. Today we got the special guest Juno as well. Yay, Juno, you made it to English Animal Live. How do you feel? She feels amazing to be part of it. I have a little snack, apple peel. I think it's a healthy snack for dog. Sit, Juno. Sit. Sit, sit, sit. There you go. Good girl. So as you know, today is a very special Animal Live. We have two vehicles out there. You will see, you will get to see what's happening out there. And then I'm holding a hold here in the studio with Juno Ju. Juno Ju, look at the camera. Feel live to the world. How do you feel? Yay. So we will send you to some Juno. Okay, Juno wants to climb underneath my leg now. I don't know how much you guys can see now. Juno, what are you doing? Come up here. Okay, thank you. There you go. She's sitting like a good girl. Well done, Juno. Well done. Cool. So while Juno is getting excited, we're gonna send you over to Brent. Bye.
What? I've got no costume on. But that is because I've accepted the challenge of challenges. And the challenge of challenges is as Brian and I drive through the bush, we're gonna, yes, it's the killer bees as well. We're gonna make a costume on me from whatever we can find in the bush. So who knows what I'm gonna end up looking like by the end of the drive. But hello everyone, hello Judith, hello Karen, hello Tony, Rosalind, Mars. So there was a report of lion tracks of the big pride in this area as well. So we've decided to come very, very slowly, scope through on the edge of Pridelands, just below down here is the hill that goes down to Quenga. So we're right on the edge of our single signal area. So I'm just hoping that the lions are around and have good signal. But I'm trying to look for the first piece of my costume. Brian, what, can you see anything? I could always just become a bush. But it's quite exciting. So Kaya is going to be up at the hyena den, and we've also got our infrared kit working now on both vehicles, so we should be able to see a bit more in the dark. So we're hoping that Halloween is going to deliver us some fantastic sightings. Brian and I were talking about what we were hoping to see, and we're hoping to see some more of the smaller stuff, civets, genets, maybe a white-tailed mongoose, honey badger. But we're quite excited to be taking everyone on a night drive. And while I start concentrating, because I'm getting into that area where those last lion tracks were, I'm going to send you back to Yuka and Julia in the studio.
Welcome back, guys. So obviously Juno has her own agenda, like you guys said. So she will be standing right in front of the camera. But today, like you guys see, what a special Halloween Animal Live. I got these ears. This is actually supposed to be keeping my hair for the makeup. But it works as a costume as well. I got it in the Disneyland in Tokyo. But anyway, so while those two vehicles are out there looking for animals to show you guys live, I'm gonna speak about what has been happening in the Pride Land in the past week. Juno has been nicely settled down there. So I'm not gonna try to bring her here because it's just gonna bring chaos. So for now, she's gonna stay there and she'll get to say goodbye to you guys before we finish again. But so what has been happening at the Pride Land is, let's see, actually I haven't been even caught up with the comments thanks to Juno. But yeah, she has been cooperating so far. But yeah, a lot has happened at the Pride the past 2 weeks, I think. The main thing that happened on the Pride was actually the fire management. I think some of you guys saw our social media about the fire. There you go, Juno decided to come back to the show. Welcome back, Juno. Sit. Juno, sit. If you're going to come here, you must sit. Sit. Good girl. Thank you. So yeah, the fire has happened, and I think a lot of you guys were concerned, like if it's a natural fire, it's a controlled fire, but I think I will start showing you a video how the fire went, and I'm gonna explain why it had to happen and how we did it. So yeah, let's see, Babu, if we can start playing the video. So the fire was controlled by all the people who was available in the reserve to take care of it, because obviously it's a controlled fire. So you can see now the Brent is lighting up the fire on the bushveld, and literally it was a huge fire, and Kaya is there with that stick and then the rubber part, and that tool is basically to make sure the fire is going in the right direction. And if there was any other fire that's jumping around to the wrong direction, we were supposed to be hitting that little fire with that little machine of those stick and then the rubber thing. So that's how we deal with the right amount of fire going in the right direction. Because I'm gonna start explaining why we are, even doing this. Is that as you can see, maybe you have been on a drive through the Pride Land, you will see some of the area in the Pride Land is very, very dense with a certain type of bush. So what has been happening is that the Pride Land, remember, wasn't part of the Greater Kruger area until 2017. So till then, there wasn't elephants coming through for a long time. So obviously, if you put the fences, get it separated from this big ecosystem, it will, break all this ecosystem and then break the balance of the vegetations as well. So then that's the point when it comes to keeping the right balance of the natural ecosystem, we have to put the fire management. But apparently Kaya is ready to get you guys, so we will talk about the fire just now, but I will send you over to Kaya first.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here with the hyenas. You can see the little ones are just thinking of coming out, but they're not sure whether to come out or not. Yes, you can see the one sneaking out. So this is called a Pride Lands hyena clan. So they are denning at this area. You can see the youngsters in different ages, because you can see this one at the front here slowly transforming from being a black cub to a sporty hyena cub. So what happens is they're in different ages. The first ones were born in around May, and then the latest ones are just outside. You can see the one starting to change color from black to brown. You can see the ears, the face, and the neck a bit. It's still changing to be this sporty hyena. So there are 9 cubs in this den inside. So I don't see their mom, maybe on the other side of the den, because they like hanging on the other side, especially when the sun goes down. So you can see on the right hand side of the den, there's a juvenile sub-adult hyena trying to relax a bit before the night time. So we have 9 cubbies, and then we have more than 20 combination of adults and sub-adults. Beautiful, eh? Hello, Sian, Carol, and Cookie Bee. I'm just loving my makeup. I strongly believe that you're not getting any fright. Halloween is making us do things, eh? Look. So what's happening here, they are waiting for their parents or their mothers to come outside. And when the mom approaches, then they will definitely go straight to mom. Or if they're inside there, what they do is the mom will come just right by the door, and then she will start calling. So about the gremlins there. VM, must I move? Oh, signal is good, thank you. And so what happens is, you can see these youngsters, you will think that they are still depending on milk 24/7. But what happens is these young hyenas are born with their teeth sticking out and their eyes open. In a couple of weeks, they will start feeding on bits of meat. These are the predators that are born with that, because the lions, they give birth to cubs that are helpless. They can't see anything. They only feed on milk. And it takes about 6 weeks for a mother to take them to the rest of the pride, or sometimes longer than that, just to let the cubs grow a little bit. So it's busy at the den side. So you can see all over the show we have the sub-adults on the other side of the den. The third one just approached, and then the second one just next to the other one. The greeting session begun. Thank you, Judith. Yes, these cubs are getting super big and very quick, because last week, 2 weeks ago, they look different from what we are looking at right now. You can see now there's these greeting behaviors. What happens is they have to lick each other's genitals. Look at that, they're fighting. Look at that. So we can find out that one that they are approaching now, it's a bit less dominant. So what happens, these young cubs from a dominant female, they try to be bossy sometimes around these individual hyenas. So because the females are the one that are dominant, and you find all the siblings or the sisters, they are less dominant. And then the males, they are all dominant from the rest of the females in the clan. Oh, they went to the other side of the den. That's the western part of the den. So we can't really see on that side. So what we'll do is we'll stick around here and see what happens, because they're really busy. They might be coming this side. VM, I'm not far from Lovedam. I'm just 3 minutes max. What's happening in Lovedam, VM? I think VM... Okay, sorry about that. VM is speaking to Brent. So I'm at... Oh, look at that, look at that. So I can see this one that's being chased is a little bit bigger and very older compared to the other one that is chasing. Look at that. That's play fighting. Thank you, Karen. Really welcome. I'm trying to be as Halloween as possible. So probably I strongly believe that these hyenas are not spooked by Kaya today, because I can see that they are aware of Kaya coming here most of the time. But this is a different Kaya with his makeup. So you can see here they're patiently waiting. Maybe mom will be bringing a bone so that they can crack. And because when you're still a kid, it happens also to human, that our kids, they have to chew something because their gums, they're itchy. So what happens is you'll see them trying to break branches or eat a bit of grass and eat a bit of stumps around here. So these are the carnivores that they stay with their mothers, and then they can suckle for about 2 years, but most of the time we see them suckling until 18 months. But there's some that they suckle until they are 2 years old and then before leaving mom. But we'll be continuing with the hyena story, because the hyena den is very, very, very active. So let's go to Brenty and see what he has for us.
Yeah, but... Oh, welcome everyone. We've just had a report.
Welcome back, guys. Sounds like a lot is happening out there. Sorry, I'm just playing the other audio now. There you go. Ferrari Safari. So I think Brent is doing the Ferrari Safari. I cannot hear Brent's audio, but I can assume from you guys' comment that Brent is busy chasing something. I'm sure hopefully you guys will get to see what he's chasing. But here, we're gonna go back to Brent. Cool. You go back.
It seems like you're back with us. So as I said, we're hopefully going to get to Ndlovu Dam in time to catch something really special. I'm not going to give it away just yet. So hold on, Brian. Shame, holding on for dear life because that camera has got all sorts of stuff on it, including infrared lights and that. So it's a lot bigger than our normal operation. But where we are. Hold on. So we changed our plans completely. We were working way down, well, far in the east of Pridelands, and we're now trying to make our way back towards the center. Oh, there's a message.
It sounds like Zebra is moving southeast, so it might be easier to relocate on the southern side of the dam. Yeah, now, but I don't have any visual yet. I'll let you guys pick up on it.
Okay, apparently the animals moved southeast, so we're coming in from the east. So we're coming from the right direction. Okay, I've got to go through some deep channels and whatnot where we might lose you for a second. So let's go back to Yuka and Juno.
They're coming to us. You ready, Juno? Welcome back, guys. So I think you guys have heard what Brent is chasing. It's a leopard that just popped at the Ndlovu Dam. So hopefully Brent will manage to relocate that leopard. So we get to see who that is. I wonder if it's a Pixie Pants cub or the Des Moines. We'll get to see, hopefully. And Juno is doing so well as well. Do you think we can go into our theme here as well? The fire, or do we have enough time? Cool. Cool. So I think let's give Brent enough time so that he can try to relocate. So while we wait for that, we're gonna go back to the topic of the fire here. Hey, how's that sound to you, Juno? So the fire, I can't remember where we explained, but the reason for the fire that had to be done is obviously to control how much fuel that was there to be burned. So all these bushes and all these long grasses, because of the fences and all this structure, the human made it, distracted, or not distracted, but fragmented that habitat. So the animals obviously couldn't do the normal justice how normally the nature take its course. So the balance of the vegetation got changed a little bit, and when there was disturbance on the soil, it caused to a bad state, and then that was the time the pioneer species come out, and all these new grasses and especially the sickle bush came out, and especially sickle bush just tends to dominate. It tend to be invasive in that area and dominates the whole vegetation in the block. So that's what was happening in the part of the Prideland. And when you leave that, obviously not too much animal will feed it, and also because there was absence of elephant as well, also there wasn't elephant to feed on the sickle bush either. So those grasses, the buffalo wasn't feeding, wildebeest, zebra isn't feeding. Those grasses will just be if the wildfire happened, it will just be a fuel to be burnt, and then the fire will just become more, uncontrollably big. There you go. So Babu's gonna play some more clips now with the fire. And we're gonna be able to see what exactly has been happening. There's quite a few things to show. So that's the reason why we were doing that, to make sure if the wildfire happens, not the whole Prideland will burn down, so that we can manage, even if the wildfire happens, we can make sure it doesn't go viral and then jump onto the next property or any potential risk like that. And also doing this fire will also help us to basically almost like a reset that vegetation there. So all these grasses and trees that no one was feeding will be burned down. And after this good rain, all these nice little green shoots will come out, and that's the treats for these wildebeests and zebras. And so all these herbivores will be happy again after the fire. So that's why we do this burning just before the summer season, before all this big rain come. And we just had a big rain last night as well. So I'm excited to see what has happened, what kind of impact it had on the patches or the blocks we burned, because I'm sure there's those new green grasses shoots is coming out again after the rain. So obviously this having a fire and then having the rain will enhance the more new growth of the new vegetations. So that's basically why we do the fire management, because it's important to make sure that whole property is safe, and also the balance is also kept well for the animals as well. So it's a management decision. So the Anton, the owner of the Pryland, and then along with Anton, all this team, eco training, us, Jujani, everybody helped, and it went well. So yeah, that's the explanation of the fire. And while Juno is back here, we're gonna send you over to who is it? Kaya. Yeah. Okay, we'll send you to Kaya.
Welcome back, and we can see the hyenas are trying to snack on each other. That's play fighting, as you can see, but it might become something serious. So what happens is they're trying to test their strength, because remember, the hyenas, they have powerful jaws compared to a lion. And also the leopards, look at that. So they have about 1,100 psi, and they can break the bone that is nearly 2.5 inches. That's about 6 centimeters in diameter. Look at that. Wow. So, but now you can see they're practicing for when they are adults, so that they can fight for territorial rights. Because remember, hyenas are super territorial. What happens is if... Wow, the youngster there. So if a member from a different clan comes in here without any positive behavior, they will definitely go for it. And they also go for lions, as it was seen on the 26th of this month, that we saw a hyena snacking on a baby lion. It's a cub. So half of the cub's body was here with this one female hyena. And so you can see this training will lead them to be these vicious, formidable hunters, because these animals were strongly believed that they are scavengers. But what happens is between 66% and 90%, they do hunt their own meal. So look at the youngster there trying to run also. This is amazing. So I wonder where the adults, because I can only see the sub-adults here. But I can see they're safe as possible, because they know that if something foreign comes around here, or a smell, or maybe a predator, or maybe a lion roaring, they'll dash into the den. So you can see these youngsters that are still black, they are not wandering far from the den side, because they know that they are not fast enough to outrun a bigger predator. And remember, also these birds of prey can try to snack on these youngsters, especially the martial eagles. If they see this, they can definitely go for it. Where are they? They're gone. Oh, there! You're blending in so well there. Look at that. So this one is just ignoring the activity that's happening here. And so this hyena den is showing us flames this evening. I strongly believe that it sees that it's Halloween night and we're out and about. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm just so love with hyenas. I just love them, and just love the way they run, the way they walk. Because if you can see the youngster, the youngest one, it looks more like a honey badger. You can see the tail, just that it doesn't have that white stripe from the back of its neck to the tail, but it does resemble a honey badger. So what's happening there, right? There he moves. So you can't tell between these youngsters because it's so confusing. You must study hyenas thoroughly to differentiate them at this age between the male and the female, because you can see the males have true penis and the females has this thing called pseudopenis, and also they have a pseudoscrotum. So that it happens because the females, they have testosterone that are about 3 times more than the males. So that's what gives them that modified clitoris. So most people, they think that hyenas, they are hermaphrodite, but that's false, because that also functions as a birth canal. And the females that they give birth for the first time, it happens most of the time that their cubs, they die while they're still on their way in that birth canal. So why are you looking at right there? Because there's just standing and staring at the northern direction.
There's two hyenas, the small one and the big one.
There's two hyenas, sub-adults, and the small one there.
Which is black, yeah?
And there's a black one there. Just in these bushes, eh?
Yeah. And
So they know that if the sun goes down, it gets dark, they have to be just right next to the entrance of the den, because it's safer for them. But if the adults come in, and then they'll start moving out a bit. Well, here's the other one coming. Beautiful. So the activity has gone down a bit, trying to quench their thirst and relaxing a bit. But while you're trying to go to the other side of the den side, let's go to Yuka and see what she has for us.
Welcome back, guys. I don't know if you guys can see, but Juno is also still here. She's settled down nicely. Oh, just your head is cut off, unfortunately, but that's okay. Sorry, I just missed to answer the question about the fire. So this time around, when you are waiting for Kaya and Brent to come back live, I can answer some of the questions about the fire, as you guys asked. So in the ideal world, the human didn't have to intervene with the fire, which is the answer will be yes. Technically, the fire is part of the factor that designed the ecosystem. So, when you think about the environment, there's a biotic factor and abiotic factor. So the biotic factor will be like, carnivore, herbivore, even insects, or even the bacteria that's in the soil. And abiotic factor will be like, weather and fire, or even soil or atmosphere. Those things will be abiotic factor, and the fire is part of it. So there you go, Juno. So actually the fire has been happening in this area as well, naturally, historically, for a long time too. And we are actually in a fire climax area. So basically means that some of the even plant needs the fire to, some of the seeds needs the fire, or like a heat or the smoke from the fire to help rejuvenate. What's the right word for it in English now? To rejuvenate. So the fire has been part of the ecosystem as well. And then especially when you start, okay, let's say when there was a bare soil, and then the bare soil in that bare soil, the pioneer species start growing. That's the first grasses starts growing, and it becomes a subclimax grasses starts growing. And then eventually through these pioneer species and a subclimax species, they're releasing lots of those nitrogen and get fixated. Then also all these nutrients come through. So then those sequences of the pioneer and the subclimax species will eventually get to the climax stage. And when it gets to that point, it doesn't change too much. And that's the point. Often the fire will then make a new step, reset it and start from the beginning. So it has been the part of it, and then it does happen, lightning. So even without the human being, it does happen. But sometimes when human is put the fence around, and those natural things is not happening in the balanced ecosystem, then it's a time for a human to step in and make it happen, basically. Oh, what's happening? Juno is squeaking. Sorry, Juno. I think she's getting a little tired. Yeah, let's go look at the lion clips. Is that better than speaking about fire? Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, Juno. There you go. So now we can talk about the lion clips. There you go. So actually this is from last night. So what has happened yesterday was I went out with Anton the owner of the Pride, and we came across a pride of lions that has lots of cubs, lots of small cubs. So I think there was 4 adult lioness and then lots of cubbies there. In total, they made it 15 members of the Pride there. And we eventually actually lost the sight of them, and we couldn't relocate them. They started moving towards northwest from where we are. It wasn't too far from HQ, but then we lost the visual of them. We put quite a amount of effort to relocate them, but we just couldn't figure out where they went. But then afterwards, these guys showed up on the live cam at HQ. But funny or interesting enough, this is not the same lions. So this is the breakaway group of the same Ngati Pride. So remember when we started at Prideland, there was a huge pride of lions. And obviously when the pride gets too big, they often get broken up. They get divided into different groups. And this is the breakaway group. So often these guys have 2 lionesses, and I think it was 4 cubs if I'm not mistaken. But with this breakaway group, they're a little bit older, much older than the other groups. The cubs usually travel with these lionesses. So yeah, so in this group, that's not the one with the tiny cubs, that's the thing. So the group we had earlier on the drive at sunset, it was beautiful sighting actually. If you look at the Prideland, I think, yeah, Prideland Instagram, you get to see that beautiful scene of the lion cub in front of the sun. But this group you see now on the live cam, it's not the same group. That's why you don't see the small cubbies, because these guys' cubbies are almost same size as adults. Well, not that big, but you can see they're much, much bigger than the other cubs we see from the other group. So then these guys used to stay a lot of time in Kuenga side actually, and Jujani as well. But then finally they came in back to Prideland at the HQ. So that means last night we technically had the 15 members of the Pride and these 6 of the lionesses here as well. So there was actually a lot happened last night at the Pride, and it's really amazing to see, to have 2 different groups of lions at the same time in the Pride. So I was quite excited about it. And it's always interesting to see that all these dynamics, they stay in the same area, but they don't stay together, if that makes sense. So yeah, it gets too difficult to feed all these members of the Pride when it's too big. Because even that 15, the cubs we saw yesterday, they didn't look too great. They had lots of mange. I hope I said this word right. They had lots of mange. Those, when it's not in a good condition, they're not getting enough nutrients. They started showing a quite bad condition in coat fur. And yeah, so we could see that. And it was actually a little worse than the last time we saw them. So I think even the females now, it's struggling to feed all of them, and we also found one dead at the hyena. I don't know if it has anything to do with it. So it has been quite interesting to observe this lion movement, but let's see. We will send you over back to Brent. Let's see what he found.
Oh, well, unfortunately, we weren't quite quick enough. There was a female leopard that got chased away from Ndovo Dam, but we're hoping she's still in the area, so we haven't gone far. But I now have to try and make my Halloween costume in the dark. But I think I've got a plan. So earlier, Yuka was showing you about the controlled burn we were doing, and we're actually driving through that area at the moment. So I think I'm going to be able to find the perfect stuff for my costume here in the burnt sections of Pridelands. But it does sound like you guys are having a great time at the hyena den. I'm looking for something very specific. That might do, Brian. That might do. Think that'll do? Yeah. For the first layer. Nah, I don't think it's right. It's not the right tree. Okay, so also on a burnt area like this, obviously we've got a chance that we can see a little bit further. So finding some of those little nocturnal critters like genets and civets and honey badgers and whatnot might be quite a good chance. Especially we had a little bit of rain, so this burnt area is going to start coming to life in the next couple of days. Bugs and grass and everything, so a good spot to look now in the dark. I'm still looking for that perfect piece to start my costume with. Tristan was with me here. This is where we started this fire along this road. I thought I'd find what I was looking for a lot sooner, Brian. Yeah, Murphy's Law. But we are getting to an area where the fire was particularly hot, so maybe that's what we need. It's a beautiful evening. Some parts in the Timbavati got 40-50 mils of rain last night, so the first big rains. I was lucky enough, I actually was staying in the Timbavati last night. I had a lovely evening in Game Drive down in the southern Timbavati on a private farm. It's not open, there's no commercial lodges or anything in it, but my cousin's husband's family is one of the shareholders there. Now, nope. Oh dear, Brian. So I'm really hoping for some little nocturnal critters. There's a big open area coming up, or a more open area coming up just now. Here's some Senegal lapwings, and they actually will fly around when there's a fire and come only land on areas after they're burnt. They're like short grasses and burnt areas. And it is a gorgeous evening. Quite cold this morning. But it's warmed up over the day, and temperature is almost perfect right now. Maybe we should find some bush babies.
They bundu patch there. Yes, I'm still here with the hyenas trying to get that beautiful view, but I can't because I'm a bit north from the den side. Sorry about that, I thought there was some gremlins. So what happened here, we are on the northern part of the den side because these hyenas, they did this weird sound that I've never had before, like they're whistling, like, something like that. So after that, they just dashed into the den side and then they're slowly coming out. And the one that are sub-adults, they just moved away from the den side. I don't know what spooked them because in this area, there were two lions, male lions, that have been seen. So these hyenas, they don't trust anything around the den side. So I'm giving them a bit of a distance, but I strongly believe that Tulani on camera will be putting them just closer to your screen because he's zooming out. So I will chill here a bit and see what happens. So I don't want to push further because I don't see those sub-adults being around, so I don't think these youngsters are much safer when they are on their own. But if one or two appears, and then I'll stick around for a bit. So they know this time it's not as safe because everyone, the adults especially, went hunting. So while I'm busy locating and patiently waiting for the adult hyenas, or those half adults that we saw earlier on, let's go to Yuka on studio.
Yeah, but it was like only 10 people was watching. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, so I think Brent is looking for something for the costume, and the Kaya is still busy with the hyenas. And then meanwhile here, we can actually have a look at what has been happening with the hyena den as well, where exactly Kaya is right now. And there was a commotion that happened, I think it was almost, how many days ago, Babu? 4 days ago? I'm not gonna lie, I don't wanna lie. But it was somewhere around there, 5 days ago. Yeah, 4 or 5 days ago. And Kaya didn't actually talk about it and discuss it with you guys about this incident that happened at the hyena den on Kaya's live cam show. But today we can also have a look again to, discuss with you guys further to, let's just see what happened. And I think, should we play the audio first or not? Babu? Have you got that too? Yeah? Okay, so I think I want you guys to listen to this audio first. It's a video, but you don't really see the commotion happening, but you can just hear the audio that's happening. I just want you guys to listen to it and guess what's happening at the hyena den. Okay, let's play, Babu. So this is the clip. I think you're gonna hear lots of audio, so you can just guess what animal is there making these noises. I'm just gonna shut up now so you guys can listen actually. So you could see the movement. One hyena dashed at the background as well. But I think you should be able to hear the lots of sound from the hyena. Those laughing sound that when they are very excited, they tend to make that laughing sound, kind of sound. And also you can hear them whooping as well. So there's lots of sound coming from a hyena as well. But did you guys also hear those low tone? I cannot mimic it well. Probably Kaya might have done, but. Did you hear this low sound? And I think that people have been assuming it can sound like a buffalo, it can sound like maybe leopard, lion. And I think if you hear the whole clip, there is a point that legit sounds like a lion's. So I think there must have been some commotion happening behind the den, that's maybe between the hyena and the lion, they were doing something. And then, I think it was about almost 10 hours later, we got to find this clip thanks to you guys actually watching. This actually all have been found by viewers thanks to you guys. So you guys found this, something is happening, and you guys screen recorded it on your phone and then shared it with us so that we actually know this was happening. And let's play this second clip. This is when actually very quite shocking things has happened. Oh, sorry, I think they want to go back to Brent quickly. We will show you this video later on. Back to Brent.
Hello everyone, so I'm getting ready to get my Halloween costume going. What I do for you guys. So we've got some ash of a grivia here, or raisin bush. I'm trying to get as much of it without dirt in it as possible. And I'm going to just do this. And then we'll have to go. How's that look, Brian?
That's looking great.
Is it?
Yeah, that's looking gret.
Well, let me have a see if I can see on my monitor. Oh, it actually worked quite well.
Very good.
Okay, I need a bit more for my forehead and I think we're good. Then we'll move on till I find the next ingredient. But there we go, Brian.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now I've got ash in my eyelashes.
Yeah, that looks great.
Oh, wow. Okay, step one, complete. Let's carry on. See if we can find the next ingredient. We are going to move back down towards Ndlovu Dam probably. See if that leopard comes back to the water. Oh man, I got ash in my eyes, man. Flutter my eyelashes to get rid of it. Boo! Oh. But I've got a plan now. Cookie wants you to participate, Brian.
Got a ash in my eyes and I'm trying to film.
So I think I'm going to do a quick loop down. We've just been checking this burnt area, and I said we'll loop back down towards Ndlovu Dam, and then maybe start heading north again towards HQ and Leopard Dam. Maybe there's some stuff happening up there because the south is really quiet so far this afternoon. But I know the hyenas have been wonderful. They're always great. I was really hoping on this burnt area to maybe find a porcupine. Come on, where's everything tonight? At least we do have a pretty sky to look at. Hey, Brian. Thanks, Karen. Apparently, I'm scarier than all scary movies with this face. Oh, bush baby! Yay! See him there, Brian. There's the best spot, eh? Oh, no, he's jumped right to the top of the tree. We'll go around the tree. Let's see if we can find him. He's being a shy bush baby. There he is, right in the top. You got him. Right in the center of the light. And then he goes down again. Is he gone down to there? He's coming down again. He's going to come out into the lower branches. There we go. Where are you off to, mister? On a mission. Jump. Jump. This is my favorite when they get to these low things. They do massive jumps sometimes. Oh, I missed where he jumped.
Yeah, I missed him completely.
I think he jumped that way. I just see bouncing branches. Oh well, that was lovely. Nice little bush baby. I think we definitely need to head back towards Ndlovu Dam. See if we get some luck around there. Well, we are trying to find the final pieces of my Halloween costume and hopefully a spotted cat. We're going to go back to Kaya.
So this night is so spooky. So what I'm doing is I just left the hyena den and bumbling around hoping to find all these beautiful nocturnal species, because at this time of the day, you know, the nocturnal behavior reveals itself. And I'll be walking towards the western part hoping to see all the animals. You know, we have white-tailed mongoose, we have leopards roaming around, have lions, and we saw tracks in the morning that went straight east-west against the boundary on the western area. We have a dam there called Leopard Dam. So hopefully we'll find something. Who knows, I might be finding a chameleon, a flap-neck chameleon. They might be out because today it was a bit warmer. I strongly believe we might be seeing one, but we might just look into these bushes and see what is outside. So multitasking, I'm holding a torch. I have to look through your questions and comments. I have to drive, I have to check for animals. And I also have to make sure that I'm driving on the road because I don't want to be window bashing. So at night, it's so important for us to do what? To stop and listen. Switch off the torch. Just listen. You can hear the crickets, the cicadas. A hyena might whoop. A lion might soar. A lion might roar. A leopard might soar. So let's give it a few seconds. While I'm going through your questions and comments. So I can't hear anything. So hopefully I'll see something on the road because these white-tailed mongoose, they like being on the roads. Yes, Tony, I also love listening to the bush, especially at night. You know those calls at night? Yes, mongoose. And if you know mongoose, you're familiar with mongoose. He got his stickers today. So I'm making sure that I'm finding all sorts of things for you. The torch, the LED lenser will be doing its best tonight. Okay, while I'm searching for the animals that roams the night of the low veld, let's go to Yuka in studio.
Welcome back, guys. I think I'm on the same page with you guys. Just I cannot stop stop laughing at Kaya. Because did you guys also see? I think someone said it. I think it was Mars. Like Kaya was like doing like this. Was it Mars? I just couldn't like laughing here. And I'm so sad, I'm laughing here alone. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you know, all the people out on the vehicle, and Babu and Vim is in the FC down there in the house, and I'm in the studio alone with Juno. And it's like so much noise coming up there. I don't even know what that is. Like Brian and Brent always talk about this ghost living in this up here in the studio. So I'm not quite happy about the situation right now, but at least Kaya is so funny that's keeping me a little, you know, laugh. But anyway, what were we talking about, Babu? We were talking about the lions, yes. Yeah, let's go back to that before I get too scared with this noise, because Juno is not even reacting to this noise. I think if it was a Brent's dog, Chloe, she'd have gone mad, but Juno is having a deep nap. She's even like having this, you know, dreaming and moving the legs. But anyway, let's look at the clips. Hey, Babu, is that still right? Can we still go to the video? There you go. So this is the video that I wanted to show you earlier. So just watch when the mom come back. You can see the cubbies are being a little edgy there because I think they can already sniff on something. So let's see what the mom brings back. The mom came up now. So let's look at what's in the robin's mouth. So if you look at it, it is actually the upper body of the lion cub that brought back. So these cubs excited, but also sniffing on this lion smell. They get very scared, and they run back into the den. And then look at this, what she does now. She's gonna actually take this half-body lion into the hole. So that's what's gonna happen. Do you want me to send it to them now, Babu? Okay. And now you can see the mom is bringing the dead body into the hole where all the cubbies are hiding. So obviously they have a natural instinct to be scared of the lion smell. So these cubs run back. But I think this is a learning experience for the cubbies as well. That's also another reason why. I mean, the mom often brings back the souvenirs, but body lion, it's quite a thing for the lion cubbies, the hyena cubs to sniff on it. But I think, sorry, we're still halfway through, but I think Ben got some things. So let's see what he's up to.
Hi guys, we have a mystery here. We're trying to figure out what it is. I'm pretty sure it is a bird of some kind, but it's sleeping, and of course with infrared we can have a look at it without disturbing it with a spotlight, if in case it's a diurnal bird. But I can't figure out which bird it is. You see, he's all cuddled up for the night. Quite a big bird. Oh, the Egyptian geese are making a noise again. All right, bye-bye, mystery bird. I think that leopard might be back at the water. Hold on, Brian. You can hear the Egyptian geese alarming again. So something might be at the dam. Okay. So what happened is that apparently that leopard got really harassed by those Egyptian geese. So she actually moved away. So I'm not sure she got enough to drink. So I was hoping that she'd come back now after dark when the geese are less likely to harass her as much. See anything except a heron in the tree. And the geese are on the opposite side. And there you'll see Brian about turns on our infrared light. I think just have a look in this tree right here, Brian. There's a closest to us. There we go. You can see the heron. Just listening for a second. See if we can hear anything that might lead us towards a kitty cat. I wonder where the kitty's gone. What I think we're going to do a loop down here through the drainage line and come back around to the northern side of the dam. Maybe she's decided to go hunting. Maybe she got enough water last time. But I still need to find the next piece for my costume, don't I, Brian? Yep, we can hear a Scops owl calling in the distance. Okay, while we continue our search for spotted kitties, let's send you back to Yuko in the not Yuko, what? Yuka in the studio.
So I think Brent is still trying to find this leopard. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he will manage to relocate it. It's quite difficult when it's going in the drainage there. It's very, very thick, but I'm sure in the Baja, nothing is impossible. But back to the topic. So what we've been talking about is this hyena video with the lion cub. So as you could see, there was a robin, the mom hyena, brought back the lion cub. And I don't know if you could see it, or maybe you can play it again, Babu. But you can see the body of this half body of the lion cub is quite stiff. It's already quite hard. And apparently the guys got there afterwards, after it was dark, and they could smell this carcass of the lion cub was very, very stinky already. So that's two things shows this hyena, the lion cub carcass has been there for, has been dead for a while to see, how stiff it is and how stinky it is. So this is the point we have to think. This, in that morning, 7 o'clock, when there was a lots of audio commotion was happening, it can either be because it does sound like a lion there and a hyena. So we can also, assume maybe it's possible for hyena to kill the lion cub too, but also it can be possible because how stiff it is and how stinky it is. The lion cub was already dead, and then the hyena kind of found it, and then the mom was still nearby this her own baby cub, and then they had all this growling each other type of thing. So that can also have happened, and so the cause of the death for this lion cub is gonna stay mystery, unfortunately. We can only speculate and guess from the evidence that we can have, but it can be even killed by the male lion too. So if the new male lion came into the area, and if it wasn't his own cub, because he wants to reduce his own, he wants to produce his own offspring, so he will kill the other male's cub, then he will make her, the mom, go into histories again, so that he can mate with her and have his own child. So that could have happened too. The new male came in and killed his cub. Or, like we talked about, this cubby wasn't looking too great all the time. It was quite up and down. When they're feeding enough, they get a little bit better, but also condition drops quite drastically quickly as well. So it can also be from the not having enough nutrients, and it could have died from that kind of reasons as well. So there's a lot that could have happened. So hyena just could have found that dead lion, or maybe they could have killed it too. So there is a first video when we play, there was actually audio of the car. Charles? No, I think Charles is there trying to play a joke here. Charles? No, Charles, Bobby, confirm Charles is down at the house, please. Something is happening here. No. There's something, someone moved the gate there. But anyway, I'm getting scared here. But anyway, don't do that. Shame. What the hell? Shame, Juno. You're so mean. Oh no, shame, Juno.
Good dog.
Shame. Look at her. Shame. Oh my word, I forgot to even look at the comments of this shock. Did you even say hi to people? Being so rude to us. So Charles gave us the biggest fright of the century. Shame, Juna, you're right. Juna was like, ooh. laughing, eh? So mean. Shame, 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 shame. But anyway, do you want to take her, maybe? Yeah, I think she can retire from the show. Say bye to the audience. Bye, people. Yeah, say bye. Bye, Juno. Juno, say bye to you guys. There you go. Shame. I think she had such a fright. I think she deserves to be on the sofa now because she's a couch dog. Shame. She was doing so well here. I even forgot what I was talking about. Oh no. Cookie Bee, you say well done to Charles. I hope you're on my side, Cookie Bee. But anyway, we send him back to Kaya. Hey, Babu. There you go. You guys are going back to Kaya. There you go.
Yes, I'm still here trying to find all sorts of beautiful things at night. I did see the eyes earlier on, but they vanished into the bushes. So that was a bush baby. We saw a bush baby, but it just left us. Oh, my wig is giving me some problems. I might bang into a tree. So I have to make sure that I don't shine all these small antelopes because, you know, we have the steenbokkies, we have the common takers that are dazzled by this light because they are mostly active during the day. So I'm looking for predator species mostly, and it would be lovely to see an owl or an owl. Well, the flying insects are coming straight into my face. I don't know whether they're attracted by the white color in my face or there's a light. So I'm on my way to the leopard dam. So I'm not too far from the leopard dam, hoping to see something drinking there. It might be a leopard, it might be lions, it might be something interesting, but I don't need this when I see that because Tulani and I are. So if I see an animal there, then I quickly switch off my torch and let Tulani do the job. Because you can see I'm different now. I'm on IR, infrared. So I'm slowly cruising into the boonies. So I can't wait to listen to all those calls coming from Leopard Dam. You know, might be crickets, might have frogs. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it. This. Oh, I can see some eyes. I can see some eyes. There, can you see the Tulan? There are eyes there, so I just want to sneak a bit forward. But they're in a tree, so it might be a genet. There, just there. Ah, I think there, in the bushes there. There. Can you see that? I can't really see it because it's in a thick bush. It's like jumping around. I think it's a bush baby. It is a bush baby. Look at that. Look there. Look there, Tulan. Look before you jump. Look there, straight in the middle of the torch. Can you see that? There. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can touch it.
There it's going down now. Look.
You play that. Switch off the torch.
I must switch off the torch, right? Ah. Oh. You got it?
No.
You didn't get it? Oh, Joel, it was a bush baby. Ah, it was quick. It was quick. Sorry, beautiful people. It was very, very quick. So I was trying to show Tulani using a torch because he couldn't see that. It was in the bushes. It was a bush baby. This smells like success because we might be seeing something bigger compared to that lesser calaco. Bush baby. While I'm looking for all these shiny reflecting eyes in these bushes, let's go to Brenty. Here's something on this sound.
Well, welcome back. So I've collected the last piece of my costume building for tonight. This is going to be quite difficult to do without a mirror, I think, Brian, but we'll give it a go. Brian, you're my mirror. Okay. Okay. So I went to the burnt area, but I was looking for a very specific thing. So this has been burnt enough that I can break off and cut some charcoal. Well, maybe I can. There we go. Let's see if this works. It might not be burnt enough. Here we go. I think that's what I want. What am I supposed to do? This here? Is it working on? Doesn't feel like it's working.
Not really.
No, maybe I have to crush it. Make a powder.
That's looking a bit better.
There we go, okay.
Starting to get places.
Let's break off a bit more. There we go, not a good piece there. How black is it going, Brian?
Yeah, it's not the best.
That's disappointing.
Bad, do you know?
Let me crush a bit more, maybe. Make it a bit finer. There we go. Maybe this needs to be finer.
Yeah, that's looking better.
There we go. Okay, we need some more fine stuff. So, let's see, you can even make a Halloween costume just from things you find in the bush. Especially if there's been a fire around. It's very useful. And one of the reasons we're doing this here is also so I can listen in case leopard spot. How's that, Brian? Let's have a look. Not too bad. Now, for the final piece de resistance. Oh, I can hear an elephant.
Yeah,
I make my teeth back.
Yes, like a Halloween costume.
How's that look? Oh, I got charcoal on my teeth. Yeah. Well, it's good for your teeth, apparently.
Yeah, looking good.
Maybe that's the trick.
That is the trick, I think. It doesn't have from the beginning.
There we go.
Yeah, that's looking great.
Shot and shower when we get home, people. I'm the first in the shower when we get home. Good. Carry on. Let's go find a leopard.
We can cross to Yuka.
Let's go across to Yuka.
I think I was complaining about the fact I'm here alone, being lots of sound coming, angels spooking me, has been rough here, but I'm glad I'm not there, because if I'm there with Brent, he would have forced it to do it on my face too. So I'm actually very, very grateful. I'm here, I just get to watch, all this makeup happens and the Kaya's funniest behaving and everything. So I'm actually happy here with you guys sitting and watching these two going around. But anyway, yeah, I think he's still trying to find the leopard, but I think the leopard's gonna get its flight of its life if come across that kind of brand. But anyway, what video do you want to play, Babu? Thank you, Tony. I'm back. Okay. So I think Babu has some live cam clip to have a look. So we're gonna play now what has been happening. There you go. So this is the camera from behind our garden. Behind the studio, actually. This is the Criticam. There's some going crazy there. This is the wax balls and the rock monitor lizard. So you can see all these beautiful blue birdies here. And did you just replay it, hey? There you go, yeah. So yeah, this is the little water hole we have behind the house, and then when it's sunny like this, the bird comes to drink water too, but also come here to do some water bathing as well. And some other video, let's have a look what's the next clip. You can just see quite a windy, cloudy day on this day, 25th. Ooh, Bandit! There you go, Bandit. So this is the family of the bandit mongoose came through. This is very cute. Could be that rock monitor lizard can feed on eggs of the bird and things like that too. But I think in that situation he wouldn't try to hunt on that bird itself there when there were lots of them. But these bandit mongoose as well, they can also feed on the little small birds like that too, and also eggs of the birds, small vertebrates, that kind of things will be their food. So these bandit mongoose as well also feed on these small creature around here. So lots of the cute bandits here. Nice stripe on the back, showing us a perfect example how we can ID them with these nice stripies. Looking around and done. So yeah, lots of small things and the big things has been happening around the house. I don't think we have had a big visitor like the leopard we had before lately, as far as we know. But yeah, these big animals have been walking around the house as well. So like we saw that this the lion pride coming through in front of our house, and this commotion was happening at the hyena den. So yeah, and then sorry, I just wanted to answer the question from Julie that first audio video we played to you guys, there was actually the beginning of the video, there was a car starting. And if we know exactly who that is and we can get more clue what was happening, but unfortunately we still haven't figured out who that was, which is quite weird as well. But yeah, we still haven't managed to figure out whose vehicle that was. So we still don't know what exactly that person was seeing there with all this audio that was going on. But as soon as we find out, we will definitely get you guys updates on it. But so far, rest of the prides are looking good. I mean, they have still some mange, but it doesn't look the worst. It looked worse before. Let's put it that way. So hopefully they will get just better from here, and hopefully they will stay around the pride lands, and it will be nice to see them on the private virtual safaris. But yeah, let's have a look what other clips you got. Let's have a look. The Brent already spot on the bushberry. Which video are you playing, Babu? Nothing playing. Yo, this angle looks scary. I thought someone is stealing, but luckily not. This is, I think it's VM walking with Juno. Shameless Juno. And VM is filling up the water for the little creatures that's around here. Oh, Juno, so cute. You didn't tell me what video you were playing, so I got a little scared just from looking at it. But luckily, it was said we're maintaining our critter camp. But yeah, so Juno has to also walk around here. So if you stay on this live cam YouTube, you get to see this, through this live cam window, you get to see our garden 24 hours, and we get to see in front of our house 24 hours. And sometimes you see Kaya and me coming up to clean up the camera, or even Juno and the VM coming here to water the garden or water the critter camp. So if you have some time, you should definitely tune in to have a look what we have been up to in the bushes. Cookie bee, me too. So this video you guys are looking at now is from Cape Town. Brent and VM, when they made a mission to go down there to put this camera up. And there's actually 2 penguins right there. What's so cute is that the second one started kicking the soil like this, probably trying to make a nice bed there. Very, very cute. Sometimes you can see all these feathers there as well. So they do this kicking on the soil, and also they sometimes peck on the feather out, and like nice little nest there basically almost. And now it's chilled. It's like, yeah, this is perfect now. And he just kind of calmed down. There you go. I think Kaya got something again. So let's have a look what Kaya has been up to.
Yay! Look what I found. Do you see that? We have this giant owl. You can see the face there. It's called a Verreaux's eagle owl. This is a highly opportunistic predator. So it's looking for those prey species, the gerbils. So you can see, let's see the eyes. Because the eyelids are pink, they know it's a Verreaux's eagle owl. You can sometimes confuse it with a spotted eagle owl. Look at that! Whoa! Look at that! I found something. I just drove away from Leopard Dam and I straight bumped into this thing, Verreaux's eagle owl. So what happens is they hunt with their ears mostly compared to their eyes. So what happens is they have this K-shaped legs, zygodactyl. So 2 toes pointing forward and 2 toes pointing backwards, and then they grab their prey species like that. They're different from eagles because eagles, they have 3 toes pointing forward and 1 toe pointing backwards. I think I'm beating up Brent this evening. A Verreaux's eagle owl. Beautiful. And it's strongly believed that the owls, they're associated with witchcraft. And so that's not the truth. The truth is they are just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Mongoose, behave, please. Mongoose. Thank you so much. Behave. Thank you so much. So what happens is it's just these beautiful animals, because when they fly, you can't hear a single sound coming from their wings because they're designed like that. What happens is they're not like any other birds that flies during the day, because you can hear the doves flapping their wings when flying. But these ones, because they're prey species, mostly active at night, which are rodents, that's why they have to fly silently, going straight to their meal. So what else are we up to? So, while I'm still searching for more predators of the night, let's go to UCown Studio.
Okay. Welcome back, guys. I just couldn't stop laughing when Kaya is speaking. I just cannot take him seriously with his face and hair. But anyway, what's amazing Verreaux's eagle sighting, the biggest owl, one of the biggest one around here in Southern Africa. So it's always nice to have. But I think there's some action happening at the den Babusai. So let's have a look at the hyena den right now live and see what's happening there. We'll see. There you go. Apparently Brent is coming to the hyena den there as well. I don't know, can you show on the big screen too, Babu, behind me? There you go. Multi-camera. I just can't really see what's there. The screen is a bit too small. Is it? Apparently there's a mom and the cubbies. I can see it now. I think that's the cubbies I'm looking at. So apparently Brent will get there now, so then you guys will get to see these cubbies more nice and close up, I'm sure. But meanwhile, I saw the question about Juno. Let me answer about the Juno. So Juno is actually BM's dog, like some of you guys explained. And I just love Juno, Julie said. And that's 100% right answer. So BM's dog, Juno. And Juno is a cross between the Bloodhound and Great Dane. And she's about a year and maybe like 3 months old now. So a year and 3 months. And she's still a puppy to us, but she has grown so big. I think she weighs almost close to 30 kg. I think last time we checked. Hey, is that right, VM? I can't remember. 32 kg last time we checked, but we confirmed the number now. So, yo, I feel like one day she's gonna be heavier than me. I can't pick her up anymore, which is very sad. I used to pick her up and then check her weight, but now I need them to do that. But yeah, I used to have, when I still lived in Japan, I used to have a Labrador Retriever in a black color. So it exactly looked like Juno, but just a little shorter ears, you know, the one I had as my dog in Japan. And obviously I moved to South Africa, and I haven't been home for 3 years now. And within this past 3 years, unfortunately, my dog passed away, and I still haven't been home yet. So actually, to me, I don't feel like, she's gone yet, but kind of Juno replaced her role in my mind because she's, here now, and just they look alike, just a little longer, cute ears. So that's the reason why probably I love Juno so much, because, she looks like my dog as well, just with the longer ears. But I think Brent, has he arrived at the den? There you go, he has arrived at the den. So let's have a look what Brent is seeing there at the hyena den.
Welcome. Well, we didn't get any luck with our leopard, so I decided let's come see what's happening in the dark at the hyena den. So obviously we're sitting in the pitch black because we've got the infrared rig running, and we're about to get visited. I can't even see it. I can only see on my monitor. Don't want to come chew the car. Naughty hyenas coming to chew the cars. Where are you? Where are you, little troubles? I can hear him. I can't see. Is there one next to us here? No. I must be in front of the car. I want to chew the car. I can hear you chewing the car. Hey! Leave the bonnet alone. I can hear you. What are you two troubles up to? What are you two troubles up to? We're coming too close for our light here, Brian. Giving our infrared light the good look, because obviously it's quite a bit bigger than normal. Don't chew the tires. Hey, don't chew the tires. Running right under you, Brian. Literally ran right underneath you. The little ones responding to that one calling. So one of the adults calling. I don't think food's coming, Julie. Oh God, there's another one coming out. So I can just hear them all around us. Hear them walking through the grass. Can't see anything, just hear them. Just over here somewhere. Sorry about that. Apparently I've put my mic in a bad place. There was some popping. So it stopped VMP. Are there any more left in front of us? Or they're all gone behind us? All gone. All gone. Well, let's see if we can see these ones. Alright, the other side. Let's see if we can see where these ones that went behind us went. Oh, there's some of the little ones. Yeah, a stick. I think he's got a stick. A toy. Oh, it's so nice to be sitting so close to hyena when they call like that. Let's have a quick look. Oh. So I just want to see what's going on with those guys behind us. It's like, oh, there we go, coming back. I know. They're there, they're coming back. Back to the dead naughty hyenas. Hello, naughty. Corin, you can't really smell them unless they've been feeding on a particularly rotten carcass. Then you can smell them. Then you can smell them from a couple of meters, like 10, 15 meters away. It looks like things are calming down a little bit with all the hyenas. Everyone wants to see what I look like in infrared quickly, Brian. I don't know what I look like in infrared. Hopefully it's scary enough for Halloween.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad for our bush Halloween get-up, which we had some fun making. But let's go back to the hyenas. VM says I look like I'm from a Kiss concert. But there we go. Oh, it looks like it's sleepy times. And on that note, I think I'm definitely going to have to go have a shower to get the ash and charcoal off my face. But a very big thank you to everyone who's joined us for this Halloween special. It's been great being able to take you guys on a night drive. There will be night drives and all sorts of stuff coming, particularly over the Christmas period. We're going to have a full crew working. We're going to close down the end of November for a little bit, but we are going to have full crew back for the festive season. So we'll be doing night drives and all sorts of fun things. And remember, you can still watch these hyenas after I go off to bed by just going onto the Pridelands Hyena Cam. That will be streaming 24 hours a day. Isn't that great? But from the whole Painted Dog TV team, Yuka and Kaya and Brian and Bavu and Charles and who am I forgetting? Tulani. A very, very spooky and happy Halloween. I hope you guys have lots of fun wherever you might be in the world. But from us out in the bush, bah!